It was August 2005. In the heart of Fortaleza, Brazil, a heist like no other was unfolding. A robbery so daring, so intricate, it would go down as one of the largest bank heists in history. But what set this robbery apart wasn't just the amount stolen, $70 million, or the equivalent of 160 million Brazilian reais. It was the sheer audacity of the plan. This wasn't a simple smash and grab. This was a crime that had been in the making for months. With meticulous planning and execution that seemed more like something out of a Hollywood movie than real life. It involved deception, precision, and a group of thieves so determined they would dig their way into the Central Bank of Brazil. It all began when a group of criminals rented a small property in the city center a few blocks away from the central bank. But they didn't rent this property to sell goods or run a business. No, they had a different kind of operation in mind. They posed as a landscaping company, complete with a legitimate name, flyers, even a truck with their branding on it. They hired workers, moved in supplies, and from the outside it seemed like any other business in the neighborhood. But beneath the surface, something darker was happening. While the world above went about its daily routine, below, something incredible was taking shape. The thieves, engineers, experts in excavation were hard at work digging a tunnel that would eventually stretch 78 meters or about 250 feet, leading directly into the vault of the Central Bank of Brazil. This was no ordinary tunnel. The criminals constructed it with care, reinforcing it with wooden beams, installing lights, and even air conditioning to keep it cool. The ground they had to dig through was rock-hard clay, but they were prepared. They worked in shifts, day and night, using shovels and power tools to make their way toward the vault. This wasn't just a test of strength or skill, it was a test of patience. For 3 months, the gang toiled away, inching closer and closer to the bank. All the while, no one suspected a thing. The landscaping business operated smoothly, neighbors saw workers coming and going, and everything seemed normal. But that was exactly what the thieves wanted. Secrecy. Silence. By the night of August 5th, 2005, the tunnel was complete. The gang had made it, just beneath the vault of the central bank. But their next challenge was perhaps the most dangerous, breaching the vault floor, a thick layer of reinforced concrete designed to withstand everything short of an earthquake. But these men, armed with drills and cutting equipment, they went to work. After hours of effort, they finally broke through the floor. The vault held stacks and stacks of cash. The majority of it was non-sequential, untraceable, and what made this robbery even more appealing, most of the money wasn't insured. One by one, they loaded the money into the tunnel and began their getaway. Over the course of that weekend, while the city of Fortaleza slept, the thieves emptied the vault. In total, they made off with approximately 160 million reais. When Monday morning came and the bank employees returned, they were greeted with an empty vault and a hole in the floor that led deep underground. When news broke, it shocked not only Brazil but the entire world. The scale, the planning, the precision. This wasn't just another bank robbery. This was a masterpiece of crime, carried out right under everyone's noses. The media dubbed it the heist of the century. But the real question remained. Who were these criminals? And how had they pulled off such a flawless crime? Brazilian authorities quickly launched an investigation, and it didn't take long for cracks in the thieves' plan to appear. Despite their meticulous efforts, leaving behind no fingerprints or immediate clues, the size of the operation itself made it hard to keep everyone quiet. Authorities began tracking the money. Some of the gang members, emboldened by their newfound wealth, began spending large amounts of cash. Others made mistakes, slips of the tongue, or lavish purchases that drew attention. Over the next few months, police started rounding up suspects, but many key members of the gang managed to vanish, and large portions of the stolen money were never recovered. As of today, only a small fraction of the money has been retrieved. Many members of the gang were captured and sentenced, but some of the masterminds remain free, and more than 100 million reais are still missing. It's believed that some of the money was laundered through businesses or smuggled out of the country, but the full truth of where the cash went remains a mystery. In the years that followed, the central bank heist has taken on a legendary status. It's inspired documentaries, movies, and endless speculation. How could a group of criminals dig a tunnel in the heart of a bustling city, breach a bank vault, and escape without a trace? The heist wasn't just a theft, it was a demonstration of what can happen when patience, skill, and audacity combine. And while some of the thieves are now behind bars, the money and the mastermind may still be out there. The Central Bank of Brazil heist leaves us with a haunting question. Was it the perfect crime? Or is justice still waiting to be served? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories. Until next time, stay curious.